Hi folks, welcome to another episode of Transport Fever 2. In the last episode, we left this guy stranded because we don't have a complete connection to the steel mill. So today, we're going to fix that. Let's get started. So here we are at the Victoriaville coal mine, and we've got this guy here trying to load up, but he's not loading up, and the reason he's not loading up is he doesn't have a complete connection to a steel mill. We have this guy going all the way down to our hub. What we're going to do is, using the game logic to maximize our funds, we're going to then transport coal from the hub all the way down to the Beaumont steel mill. And we're going to do it utilizing most of the track that we've already built. But before we do that, I want to fix something down by the town of Elizabeth. So down here by the town of Elizabeth, I want to put a bridge in this location for the road before the town expands too much, because I think there's going to be a major thoroughfare through here for my trains. In other words, there'll be more tracks. I'm just going to bulldoze that road right here, and we're going to put a bridge over that while we still can. I'm going to pick a nice big road, and I don't want to own it or have tram track or anything else like that at the moment. See if I can get a bridge here. It's already tight. Make it as straight as I can, and let's see if I can get that guy to go up. Well, that's as high as he's going to go. And from there, now I don't really like that. That doesn't look that straight to me. So let's just try that again. Back to roads. I've got all the settings I want. And let's see if I can get that a little bit better. It's just such a short little piece that it's hard to do. And we'll plop them up. Oh, too much slope. Okay, and let's see if we can get across that train track. We can. Now, in terms of the bridge that I've got right now, it has no piers. But that might be the way to go if I've got lots of track going underneath. So let's just keep that option for now. And we'll lower him down and make him kind of level. That should be good. I'm gonna bulldoze that little section out, maybe another one, and then go back to roads. And then let's just get this guy to touch down. And there we go. And then we'll put a curved section in here. Alright, so we have a nice area here to put lots of train track under if we want to. Now let's go back to the Beaumont steel mill. Alright, over at the Beaumont steel mill, we're going to put in a cargo terminus. I'm going to make it 3 tracks, 320, just standard and no for itinerary. We'll just spin them around. And let's see if we can sneak them in here nice and straight. I'll just make some little adjustments here. Alright, that looks pretty good. Now I purposely made 3 platforms or 3 tracks, one for coal, one for iron, and one for steel. Right now, we want to transport coal. So let's build some tracks. And then we'll double it up. And then we'll just go back and make that connection here while we're here. Then we're going to scoot by this coal mine, not too tightly because he might want to go somewhere too. We may have another cargo terminal in there somewhere, or cargo station. So let's just go by this guy and try to give him as much room as we can, without getting too ridiculous about how wide we go. Alright, and now I gotta swoop over there and get over to that set of tracks. So we'll just go over there nice and gently and keep making our way over there to those tracks. That's gonna save us a bunch of bucks if we can use the existing track lines that we have. Now I think I'm going to do another bridge here, that way there won't be any delays And it cost me a little bit of money, but I think it's the best way to go. Now, I got to be careful here because there's two sets of tracks. And that one there, I want it to connect up to this other one over here. So, well, let's go this way. And then we'll go across. And that did not work. Uh-oh. I guess I need to lift him up just a little bit. So we'll go back. That's why they gave us a bulldozer. Is to do it again. And we'll just bump that up just a little bit. Now, that might be too much, but we'll give it a try. And you know what? I'm in too tight, aren't I? Look at that. That's awful. I'm coming in at much too tight of an angle. So let's just try that all over again. I just want it to be nice and smooth. So here we go. Try to make it just a little smoother. And we'll go up just a little bit. Maybe I need to go up a little more. Let's just leave it, give it a try. And then we'll go across. That's a little better, I think. Certainly a lot straighter across the other tracks. And let's pick a bridge I like. And then go like that. Oh, it didn't parallel the track. I don't like it when it does that. Okay, of course it does it now. Why wouldn't it? And I got one too many tracks there. Alright, now we gotta hook these guys up. Now I'm not sure if these elevations are gonna work, but it might. Or maybe I should have brought that down just a little bit more. I'm gonna find out in about 10 seconds here. When I try to connect from there over to there. And I did it. And then I need to connect to this track. Come on now, just right over there. That's it. Now while I'm here, I'm going to put some signals in. So I do want them to be one way. And in this case, going this way, I'm going to give the other track priority, so I'll put a signal in there. And in this case, I already got a signal right there, so that should be good enough. Now let's go back down to the freight hub and see what changes we got to make down there. Okay, dead ahead is our Inglewood West freight hub. And basically, I think the first thing we need to do is pick a terminal that we want, or platform. And at this point, I think one is as good as any at this point. And I'm going to say, no, I just need a single track. And I'll pull a track off here. And we'll make our way this way. I ended that second track probably a little too soon. I can probably bring it in, but it's going to be a little different this time. I'm going to hit pause and then just blow that up and bring one set of track in. And we'll make that connection. Now for this to work, we're going to have to do a little bit of fixing here, and that's where you got to put in some crossovers. Alright, and that was the fix I needed. Now with that in mind, I probably need a few more signals. Where's my last one? Right there. Let's go down right before the crossover and put another signal in right there. And I'm going to need a signal the other way, I think, so that this train, let me get out of that for a second. So the train on this track, when he comes over, I guess somebody's got to have priority here. So I'm going to put a two-way signal in here. I might not need it, but it makes sense to me. I'm going to give it a try. So no, it's not one way. And go like that. Alright, if we got it right, The next thing to do is to build our line. So we'll start a new line and we'll go down to our hub. And right now it's on platform number 1, which we don't want, and I can't remember which way it counts. Oh, from this end. So then it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I move him over to 5, that should work. Now we go all the way down to the Beaumont steel mill. Alright, we'll add the Beaumont steel mill on at Beaumont South. And I've called this line the Inglewood West coal train. Now, what do we want this line to do? Well, actually I want him to full load all and stay for as long as he wants back at Inglewood West. And just for clarity, since there are going to be a lot of different things loading at that hub, he's going to load coal, and that's it. And then when he gets to the other end, he's basically just going to unload. Pretty simple. Now let's go back down to the hub and buy ourselves a train. Alright, let's buy ourselves a vehicle, and let's see what options we have. We have electric, we do. Diesel, we don't. Steam, we do. The best steam locomotive we have right now is the 412-2 Class 9000. Top speed of 100 kilometers per hour, and pretty good power for that. Well, it's the best power rating for steam engines anyway. So I'm going to take that guy there. And in terms of cargo, we're transporting coal. So that would be a gondola. Alright, I bought 30 gondolas, and with a capacity of 360, which will match the capacity of the other train. So we'll buy that. Bump up the maintenance, of course, and apply it to the Inglewood West coal train. And our new train is on its way. Now, while this guy's on his way to the freight hub, let's go back to the coal mine to see if it's now loading that train. So back here at the Victoriaville coal mine, lo and behold, the train's now loading. So now while this guy's loading, and actually he's loading pretty fast, he should get up to 360 units pretty quickly. Let's just check our other cargo stations to see if anything's getting overloaded. Oh, we do have one here over at Inglewood. What's happening over here? Alright, we got a lot of stone here. It's way overloaded. Let's go to that line and see what we can do. Only have one train. Let's manage the vehicle. And let's clone this guy. And that should take care of that situation. And down here, there's where the new train is coming out of the depot. Now back to the Beaumont steel mill. Now of course a steel mill needs both coal and iron, and the proportions are 2 and 2 gets us 1 unit of steel. Now what I'm looking for is a way again to use the track that we already have to the most extent possible and still make a connection down to our hub and back to our steel mill. Let's follow these tracks and see if we can find an iron ore mine that's close to it. And actually, there's one just right over here. The Victoriaville iron ore mine. I should be able to put a terminal in here, connect to that line, and use those existing tracks, and again, minimize the amount of track I have to build. So first of all, I'm just going to make some adjustments to the connecting road. I'm going to put a little stub in there. Like to do that, that's my style. And then we're going to put in a cargo terminus. So I got a good connection there for the low load price of about $400,000, and we'll plop him in. Now let's connect him up to that existing set of train tracks. Alright, I've made the connection at this end to the Victoriaville iron ore mine. You can see the train coming down here, the coal train's now leaving. We got to get moving on getting that iron ore to the steel mill. So now I need to pick a platform down by the freight hub that we're going to connect to. Back to the freight hub. Okay, down by the freight hub, let's pick a platform we're going to use. And again, I don't think it matters, but I just got to pick one. I'm kind of working my way from the center out. That makes sense to me. I don't think you have to do it that way, but it makes the most logical sense. I'm trying not to have to redo things later as much as possible. Now there's the crossover there, so I'm going to want to connect to that. Or build a new crossover, but I might as well use the one I have. Or make sure I can connect to that, and then just pull off of there. Oh, they're going to let me do that? Or maybe I just got to go in front of it. Suppose that will work too. And then I'm going to put a signal in to make sure he doesn't bump into anybody, and I'm hoping this works. Alright, there's one little signal there. Now, speaking of signals, I want to go back to the iron ore mine and see if I need any signals down at that end. I already have a one-way signal here at that end there, but I think I need some signals here. Probably one just before the connection. We'll say yes and no. There we go. Now, unfortunately, my local train depot here is in an awkward spot to try to connect to this terminal. So I'm going to bite the bullet and just build myself another train depot. I should be able to sneak him in here just before the mountain, I hope. We'll stick him in there and we'll connect him up. Oh, too much curvature. I might have made that just a little too tight. Ah, we got it to work. And then back over to signals. And we'll plop the signal in. Now let's build that new line. So back here at the Victoriaville iron ore mine, we're going to start here. And we're going to build ourselves a new line. So we start there and go all the way down to our hub. To there. And what do we want him to do? Well, of course, we want him to full load all. And we're going to stay as long as we want. And then when he gets to the hub, he's going to unload everything. That should do it. Alright, now we need to buy another train. So we're going to buy a vehicle. And we might as well match the characteristics of the coal train, since it takes an equal amount of coal and iron to make steel. So one of those, and 30 gondolas, capacity 360. And we'll apply them to, line 1, which I got to give an appropriate name to. Let's go back here, line 1, and I'll give it a name. And I've called it the Victoriaville Iron Train. And there he is, making his way to the iron ore mine. Well, folks, I think that's enough for today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to note them in the comments section below. Well, where do we go from here? Well, the answer to that question lies in the next video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. If you haven't done so already, smash that subscribe button below right now and click on the bell so you don't miss out on more great content. Click on that box in the bottom left-hand corner right now to see a video you're almost guaranteed to love. This video was selected just for you by YouTube, and they know what you like. So what are you waiting for? Click on that box now, sit back, relax, and enjoy another video.